back to another episode of Togl. Haven't been able to get much done in the last week, it's just been raining too much. As you can just see from that previous footage, it's very, very boggy and slushy. I pretty much can't get the car anywhere around the block at the moment, and it's tough going for the tractor too. But it's supposed to be nice and clear today. It is. There's still some very light mist and rain falling. I'm not sure where that's coming from, because the sky's nice and blue, but we're supposed to get a couple of days of dry weather, so fingers crossed I can actually get something done. But apart from feeding the cows, I haven't done much this week. Anyway, we're heading up to the paddock. I've got to finish off some irrigation that I started yesterday afternoon. I'll show you that. That's where that misty rain was coming from. It was all behind me. I got up to the top of the hill here, turned around, and there's a beautiful rainbow. Now let's hope that that rain doesn't set in. It's supposed to be clear for the next couple of days, so fingers crossed. But look, you can see we've got a bit of water in that little dam down there, and as you'll see in a minute, we've got water up in the other depression as well. Everything is just so boggy up here. Just walking on the ground, you can feel it, just so soft underneath. Switched over to the beanie. That wind is icy cold. Man, felt like my ears were gonna fall off. So, this is what I got up to yesterday afternoon. I had a couple of hours. I was able to get some work done. You can see this black pipe running down here, runs down to that other bathtub. And you can see all that water in this depression down here. Once upon a time, that would have been a large dam, I reckon. It's just the sediment over many years has slowly filled it in. I probably won't dig it out to be another dam. I'd rather leave it as grass. The grass is more important to me than the water because I've got access to the water. And so I used the tractor to dig this trench up through here yesterday, just using the bucket. I got up to about here and it started getting a bit steep. I was worried about the tractor rolling. I thought I could put the backhoe on, but it's not quite the way I want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably, you can't tell how steep that is there, but you put the tractor in there and it's leaning. It's not good. So I'll probably do this top piece of trench with the tractor, and then this last little bit I'll just use the shovel for that last bit. Anyway, I bought up some carrots for the girls, so we'll give them some carrots and see how we go with that. Alrighty, get some of these carrots. Girls love their carrots. They can have one more each. Hamish might want one today, let's see. He normally doesn't like the carrots. Got a taste from now, eh? Good boy. Give Raven one more. There you go. I'll give the last one to Hamish because he doesn't normally eat the carrots, so he hasn't had that many. There you go, mate. There you go. There you go. Alrighty, let's get some work done. Nah, it's getting a bit dicey. It's very slippery on that slope. It's on an angle, so I think it's back the old-fashioned way with a shovel. I've only got a little bit more to do, so it shouldn't take too long. So much for no rain today. Look at it coming in. We'll see what I can get done. Well, we are almost there with the irrigation. I've got the pipe, I finished digging that trench. I got the pipe into the trench. What I've done is I've spliced in up the top here. I'll show you. So I've spliced in down there. You can see I've spliced in onto the first tap essentially that I'd put in, which was for this one. Straighten this bathtub up because it was really crooked. The cows have been rubbing themselves on it, so that's just filling back up now. But I had to do it all while the water was running because I didn't want to lose, remember it's a siphon from up the top there, so I had to cut the pipe. Water was going everywhere, try and get the fittings on, get the pipe attached, and then all the water would have been then flowing down through here, gravity fed, which is good. Down to the bottom here. So I've got all that in. Now what I've just started doing, I thought I'd go and grab the camera, is now I've just started to fill back in. Now the way I tried to do it with the tractor was to actually flip the turf over. So far it's not going too bad, except that it's bloody heavy because it's waterlogged, but you can see I'm able to just literally flip the turf straight back in and then just slowly fill in my trench. Now very, very waterlogged down this end, but it means it's going to settle in beautifully too. So I've got this all the way down to here and run it through and up and to here. Let me get that sun from behind me. There we go, get rid of my shadow. So there. Now I've got that turned upside down at the moment so that it won't flow. I need to get a plug for the bath. I forgot to get one. And then all I got to do is just twist that down and that'll start to flow too and fill this one up. So now the task is I have to backfill all of that. So that's probably going to take me a good couple of hours. So I'll get started on that now. Okay, well, it's been a very long day and the sun's gone down, so we haven't got too much daylight left, but I've just managed to get everything finished on this paddock. Fence is about 95% finished. I do want to run a top strand of barbed wire, but the cows will be fine in here without it. The 2 strands of wire, as you saw when I put to section off the other paddock into 2, that keeps them in. That's what's there at the moment on part of it. The rest of it, as you saw, is 3 strands of barbed wire and 2 strands of electric. So this is the paddock they're going to have behind me. They'll have all that down to where the tractor is, over the hill into the tree line. The fence goes in behind those trees, and then it keeps running right up the back there. Anyway, so keep going up here. What I've done is, you might have just noticed, I've dropped some hay up here into this paddock to entice them to come around into it. So I've dropped 2 lots of hay. One lot is right there because it's in close proximity to the gate. They can see it from where they are right now. They've seen me drop it. The other lot's just up there on the hilltop, and so they know, hopefully when they go to that hay, they'll see the bathtub, the water, they'll know where their water is. So let's go let the cows in and see what they think. So I haven't finished filling in this trench. I would have run out of time, and the cows aren't going to be in this paddock anyway, so it can stay like this for now. I can come up in the next day or 2 and finish back filling this in. Right now though, I just want to give these paddocks a rest and get the cows in. You ready to go to the new paddock? Come on. Very boggy up here. Look at this mess. All right. Come on, Nan. Come on. Come on. If I come down this way and get in behind them, they should walk up to the gate. Except for Hamish, he just wants to stand me off. Go on. Hey, there's hay down there. Come on. Come on. Move it. Move it. That's the way. Good boy. That's the way. Come on. Oh, Ginger's got the idea now. That's the way. Go on. Oh, they're going to balk at this, aren't they? Over you go. Little Rosie's been left behind. They can see that hay, they're just not sure. Rosie, what are you doing? Alright, she'll come down in a minute. We'll go and get her. Let's get these across first. Now they didn't want to cross over that trench. They're really smart creatures. The slightest little thing that's out of the ordinary and they'll balk at it. Very much creatures of habit. There they go. Ginger's got it sorted. She's like, yep, I know where to go. I saw him put that hay over there. Go on, Andy. Come on, Andy. Let's go. Good boy. There we go. Oh, look at Ginger. She's like, yes. Come on, Andy. It's okay, mate. Come on. See, he's little. He hasn't been in there before. He's not sure. The adults are in there. Go on, Andy. It's okay. Chase him through. Go on. It's okay. Man, look at that. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been through there before. Go on. It's okay. There we go. Go on. And he's in. Now, I don't know if you can see up there. There's Rosie. She's finally come through, but again, she's looking at that trench. She's like, oh, I don't know if I want to step across that. That's something new. So let's go and see if we can encourage her. She's probably just going to follow that all the way down and around like the others did. I could just step over it. It's so small, but it's something different. I swear I could probably lay a piece of hose down there and they wouldn't go across it. Come on. Yes, we know. The tractor's made a mess in here, but it had to be done. That's the way, Rosie. Through you go. Good girl. That's the way. There we go. I have to come back in a minute and turn the water onto that bathtub, get it filling. So they got some water. Come on. Good girl. See if she walks at the gate. Not sure. Go on, everyone else is in there. Off you go. There we go. Alright, cows are in their new paddock. Oh. This gate. Oh, it's sag. Because the ground is so wet and the weight of the gate. Oh. Right. Okay. Gate's locked. There they are. Happy cows. Happy because they got some hay, but they're going to be real happy now. They can rub on these trees, get in under them for a bit more shelter. Not that they really need shelter. Like seriously, these guys, look at how woolly they are. They come from Scotland. They're used to bad weather. But they've got all this area now, and you can see a lot of that drier grass on top that they're going to get to eat. So there's a bit of food in here for them. We'll see how they go. Anyway, time to wrap it up for today anyway. This isn't the end of the video, it's just the end of today. I'll be back up here tomorrow. Got a few other projects that I want to get started on, so I will see you then. We're back up on the block here this morning, and Kay's up here with me today. We're just going to go up and feed the cows, and Kay's having a tractor lesson. Doing a bloody good job. It's very steep, nerve-wracking, slippery slopes, and she's doing fine getting up there. Okay, so today's project we are going to get started on is we want to try and build some sort of cover over the timber mill here. So the first thing we'll do is we'll get the post hole digger hooked up to the tractor, and then we'll get some holes dug. So we'll see how we go with that. That's probably going to take some time. I've got to measure it up, work it out first, and then we'll get the holes dug.
Am I holding this the right way?
Hey.
Am I filming myself or am I filming you?
It's all good.
You're looking... Hey?
I lost my mark. I got her into gear. Oh, sorry, put the tractor out of gear before you rev that, because you have to have the PTO in gear, take your foot off the clutch, and then it'll start to move. If I had the tractor still in gear, it would drive forward as well.
I think you need to back up a bit. It's almost crooked. I think so, yeah.
Hey?
It looks like it, yes.
Still bouncing around. Straight up now?
Bit forward.
Forward?
Tiny, a little bit tiny, just a fraction. Yep.
Yep.
There's a rock, and you're hitting a rock or something.
Hey?
Or is that the whole dug?
Morning. Well, yesterday afternoon, as you just saw, Kay and I were getting the holes dug in preparation to start getting a roof put over the timber mill. We had a few delays, as we always seem to have delays, but anyway, we were fighting the light. We got done just in the nick of time with the holes. We got one post in. We didn't get a lot of it filmed because we were just pretty much just rushing to get as much done as we could, because it was supposed to be raining today. As you can see today, it is a beautiful day. For now, they expect the rain will come through around about lunchtime, so I've got a couple of hours to try and get a couple of things done up here this morning, and that'll pretty much be the end of the video. So just to show you, we'll flip this around. What we've done is I've got 4 holes dug. One there, 2, come up here to this end, 3, and we've got this post in already. So the plan is that that post and that outer hole will be the outsides of the shed, and then we've got this inner hole there and there. They are 6 meters apart, and 6 meters is the maximum length that I can chop on the timber mill. So that's where the doors will be, and then I'll get a 10 meter top bar that will go from that post right across over to where the other post will be. Hopefully you start to get the idea. Now the roof here will slope up away from us to another set of posts that I will put behind the timber mill there, and then it will drop down the other way, further down. I'll make it long enough, the roof line, so I can get the tractor and stuff under it as well. So a lot of work to be done there. And so I've got that log there that I'm going to get cut this morning, because I'm hoping if I cut that in half, that'll be 2 posts. I've also got this log propped up over here, which I may even cut into quarters for 4 posts. We'll see how we're going. But that's the plan. So I'm going to get to cutting these posts, and we'll see how much we get done this morning before the rain sets in. Okay, so the issue I had just then was that there was a lump sticking out on the side of the log, and it was just enough to catch on the edge. So I had to move it over, but then the saw blade, I thought there'd be enough weight in the log to hold it, but it pulled itself back, so that's why I had to move it over and chock it. It's just a couple of mil, but we're through now, so I'll flip this off and we'll take a look. All right, yep, that's a beautiful log, and that's going to make two very nice posts. Now what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip this log up onto its side, and I'm going to take a flat edge off right down here. What that's going to be for is I'm going to use these two posts as the left and the right of what's going to be the doors to get the logs in. I'll use that big front flat face as the front here, so I can bolt my beams across on it. But then I want this inside edge to be flat and the other inside edge over here to be flat, so I can put a door frame in. So I'll flip this one on its side, take an edge off, and then I'll load this one back up, take an edge off it, and then it should be good to put in the hole. It's warming up a bit now, especially wrestling that big log around. Okay, I've got it up on its side, so now we'll take that edge off and we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, well, it turned out pretty good. So this face, that's going to face out. This will be the inside edge that the door frame will bolt against. There's one post done. Now I've just got to get the other one done. Alright, I just slid this log. I rolled it onto its flat side. I just slid it all the way down here, twisted it. You can see the rub marks there on the bar. Twisted it around to face this direction. Slid it over across these planks of wood to get the end near the hole, and then just rolled it over on its back. Because it's way too heavy for me to lift, it's hard enough to slide it and move it. But so this will basically drop in that way, so that when it stands up, this face that you're looking at now will be the front. This face over here on this side will be the inside edge of the doorway. Beautiful. I'll get the other one done. Alright, this next bit of video that you're going to see in its entirety is 15 minutes long. It took me 15 minutes to get that post behind me up. I'm going to run it in fast forward, obviously. I don't want to bore you for 15 minutes, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so that goes to show you some of the stuff that never goes right. That, I should have known there was no way I was ever going to lift it. I thought I might, not a chance. Got the tractor in there, started swinging around with the chain, the angles weren't right, the ground's very slopey here, very difficult to get the right angles on it. So I had to swing the tractor back around the other way. Had to use the ratchet strap to pull the log up into the bucket because it's so heavy and it's gripping into that really wet ground. So I managed to get that in there. You might have noticed what I'd done was there's actually a crack in the bottom. I was able to put the straps through that, but it was just pulling the hook through. So I went and got a bolt and put the bolt through the loop of the hook. It pulled tight, it was great. I thought that'll keep it steady while I lift it, without realizing that then that's going to be in the bottom of the hole. So I'll have to just cut that off with a Stanley knife, and that's one less strap I've got. The hook and the bolt will stay in the bottom of that hole forever now. But at least the post's up. I'll see how I go with the next one. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier. We'll see. Alrighty, well, those clouds are starting to build up out the back there. So it's probably time I started to pack up before that afternoon rain comes through. I did achieve a lot today. As you saw, I got that post cut in half and then cut the edges off and got them stood. Getting them stood was a challenge, let me tell you. About 15 minutes a piece to get them up. So we'll have a quick look now what we got here. Okay, so as I said, that hole there will be for the corner. Okay, this is going to be 10 meters long. So it's 2 meters to this post. So as I was saying about the front face being flat and then the side being flat, so I can put a door frame into it. So that's 2 meters. Then 6 meters down to here, and I've done exactly the same thing with this post, because 6 meters is the maximum length of log that I would fit through ever. And then another 2 meters to the other corner post. Now the track here is 8 meters long, and what's going to happen is once I've got this row of posts in, I will then put another row of posts just over down this side here. All right, and then I'll start to build an artificial floor in. Well, I'll build a floor in. It's not an artificial floor, it's a raised floor. I'll build a raised floor, and then I'm going to move 3 sections of this track from here up onto the floor. Then I can get this, pick it up, move it over here. It'd be nice if I could do it that easy. I'll have to do it with the tractor. And then I'll get the last piece of track, move it up on, and then this is basically where the timber mill will sit, right through here. And then I can bring the logs in through the door, cut them on the mill, bring them out to the other side as all cut up timber. Then what I'll do is I will continue to have a roof line. So this roof will peak up and then it will come all the way down like this, and I'll clear this area. Tractor can be parked in there underneath a roof line as well. So big project, lots needs to be done. Now these posts, I didn't char them because I'm going to concrete these 2 in, being the main 2 I do not want moving. So I'll concrete them in. But we're expecting to get rain for the next 2 weeks, so I don't think I'm going to be up here doing much. So I've just wedged them up with a bit of timber, and that's where they're going to stay until we get some dry weather and I can get back up here. The plan will be put the corner post in, run a string line, readjust these 2 posts to match the string line, get everything square, level, whatnot, concrete them in, continue from there. Alrighty, I'd better hurry up and get packed up and then get out of here before that rain comes through. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, slightly longer, but there was a lot to get through, and I'm not sure what's going to happen for the next 2 weeks, so there may not even be a video next week. We'll see how we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care, have a great weekend, catch you later, cheers.